What is up, YouTube? Thrift School over here, and I wanted to give you guys about 10 or so items, maybe a few more, that are really kind of surprising to me that sell for $50 or more. These are all going to be my own sales over the course of maybe the past week or two. Items that I personally found at thrift stores or other places and sold on Amazon and maybe one or two on eBay. Let's just get right into it. So the first item we have here, I found at Goodwill for $1 or $2. It's in one of my previous videos. It's a book called The Incredible Adventures of Rush Revere. It's a Rush Limbaugh book. He ended up dying earlier this year, maybe last year, and whenever celebrities or athletes or whenever somebody dies, usually their things go up in value. Now, this just sold today, so I didn't really get a bump from that. Maybe all of his stuff bumped and stayed there. That usually doesn't happen, but it's interesting that a random book sold for $53 based on just this random celebrity. The next item we have here is a puzzle, and the brand is Melissa & Doug. Now, 99.9% of the Melissa & Doug stuff you find out in the wild is not worth that much. I scan a lot of it into Amazon, I look a lot of it up on eBay, and it's never worth usually me picking up at all. This one, for some reason, sold for $88.60. It is a floor puzzle of the presidents of the United States. Now, guys, I want to give you a tip. Always look things up that are based on American culture or America board games, puzzles, things like that. I have really weird luck and really great odds of finding stuff like that that's worth money, whether it be board games having to do with America, and you guys will see a new one of these coming up later in this video, but it's just crazy how much this stuff can sell for. 88 bucks for a floor puzzle. It's only 100 pieces. It's a pretty small puzzle. The next thing we have here has to do with this Christmas tree right behind me. It is a Jingle Bell Rock Santa. Just a couple videos ago, I posted how I found a Jingle Bell Rock Santa, and these can sell for well over $100 if you send them into Amazon. Well, Christmas is only about 10 days away, and I didn't have that much time to send it in. You know, by the time it gets to Amazon's warehouse, the person tries to buy it, it won't get to him or her in time for Christmas. So I listed it as a merchant on Amazon, pretty much just how you would list and sell on eBay. And it sold for $82.95 within a few hours, plus shipping. And I paid $3 for it. Pretty awesome sale, super happy to have it. The next thing we have here is surprising to me because I can't believe this type of toy still sells this well, being this old. It is a Bop It Extreme 2. It sold for $54.82. Almost 55 bucks for an old Bop It. I find them all the time at the thrift store. Now, they do sell for a bit less on eBay. They sell for more on Amazon, but they still sell well on eBay. All forms of Bop It. But these Extreme 2s always sell really good for me. They used to sell 2 years ago for about 100 bucks. So they've come down quite a bit, but still over 50 bucks for something you can find for a few bucks at the thrift store or at a yard sale. Definitely keep an eye out. Keeping in line with kind of toys and games, a board game here. It's an older board game, but they have many iterations of it. Mall Madness. This is just a random version that I found at the thrift store. Now, it was actually missing a couple pieces. I ordered the replacement pieces on eBay because I paid so little for this at the thrift store, just a few dollars. I ordered the pieces on eBay, and to have them shipped to me cost more than the entire board game at the thrift store. So I was into this board game for maybe 10 bucks all said and done, and I sold it for $68.40. Keep an eye out for Mall Madness. It sells well. I've sold multiple different variations of it. There's a Hannah Montana Mall Madness that sells pretty well, I believe. There's just other branded Mall Madness games. Just keep an eye out. Always look them up when you see them. Now, this sale is surprising to me because I did not know they were still worth this much, but the Nintendo Wii, specifically the Wii with the Wii Sports game, sold it for $100 just the other day on Amazon. 100 bucks still. Now, you might be thinking, how is this worth $100? On eBay, you could pick it up for $50, $60, right? Maybe 70 bucks on the high end. Things on Amazon just sell for more. So I always recommend looking at different platforms that you want to list on, try Mercari, try eBay, try Amazon, try local, right? Certain things sell better certain places, and Nintendo Wii's sell much better on Amazon, much faster on Amazon, and for more money on Amazon than they do on eBay, at least for me. The next item here I found at the flea market, I think for $5. It is a hoodie of a hockey team, the New Jersey Devils. All it is a hoodie. Just a basic hoodie. You can see in my title I said it was rare. That was because I did a sell similar off of somebody else's listing and they had rare in the title. I do not know how rare this hoodie is. Granted, there were only a couple on eBay and I don't know if there were even any sold. I had this listed for I believe $100, then $80. I think I had it at 75 bucks. Somebody sent me an offer of 50. I shot back 60. They countered 55 and I took it. Happy to have it sell. I didn't pay much for it, and they're doing pretty good this year, I guess. They're doing okay. So there might be a little bit of hype for them. It's sold. Sports stuff always sells better when the team is doing good. So just keep an eye out when you're at your flea markets and thrift stores. All right, another piece of older tech that still sells really well that you might not realize are Sony alarm clocks. There are so many different types of Dream Machines, the white ones, the black ones. This one is this kind of square. You could tell it's just a square. I had never actually seen this one before, and it's over $49.99, so 50 bucks on Amazon. Crazy. I probably paid a few dollars for it. The normal black Sony Dream Machine alarm clocks still sell well, closer to that $15 to $25 range. They've come down a little bit, but these ones still sell for $50. Who would have known? All right, here is a game that doesn't sell for much. You can find it at Walmart, Target for $10, $15, Yahtzee, but this deluxe edition sells for $67.99. $68, almost $70 because it's a deluxe edition. I don't know. It had a nice little felt thing that you just roll the dice into, and that was the only difference I could tell. And it makes the game go from a $15 to $20 game on the high end all the way up to almost $70. Keep an eye out for deluxe versions of games. I find deluxe Monopolies, deluxe Scrabble, deluxe whatever, and they are just worth so much more money sometimes. All right, so I sell records all the time. I find great bands all the time. Lynyrd Skynyrd right here for $80. It is Street Survivors. I had no idea this was worth this much. 80 bucks for a record. Lynyrd Skynyrd. Now, a lot of classic rock records and hip hop records, a lot of them sell really well and for good money. But good money for a record is usually $30, $40, maybe $50 on the high end, and it doesn't happen often. $80 for a record. Keep an eye out. If you see this, definitely grab it. It took maybe a month to sell, and it sold for $80. Awesome. All right, so I told you guys I was going to talk about more American type games and toys. This one's kind of funny. You can see right here is a chess set, Republicans versus Democrats. It sold for $89.95, but the kicker is it's selling to someone in Australia, which is funny because all the player pieces are current American Republicans and Democrats. So you have like Joe Biden on there, Donald Trump on there, all these just modern day politicians, yet somebody from Australia is paying $90 for this chess set. Maybe it's an American living in Australia, or maybe it's somebody that just gets a kick out of our political system. I have no idea, but I don't question it. 90 bucks, I will take it. I paid just a few dollars at the thrift store for this. Easy money. All right, guys, and the last item that I really did not think was worth over $50 is Dance Dance Revolution for the Wii. And this sold for $74.85, so almost 75 bucks for Dance Dance Revolution for the Wii. Now, I'll pop up some prices right here of just regular Dance Dance Revolution games. They do not sell for much. The Wii version, just the game, not worth much. That's sold in this bundle. For the Xbox 360, the PlayStation 2, they're not really worth that much, but for some reason, the bundle with the box goes for $75. You can probably buy these dance pads or similar dance pads on eBay for $20, $25 and the game for a few bucks. But because it's all bundled together, people pay a premium. I'll sell it. I don't question it. I just take it. Hopefully you guys learned something in this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you have any questions at all. Subscribe if you haven't already. It's Thrift School signing out. See ya.